ranked former champion Alex Volkanovski will be taking on number 3 ranked Diego Lopes for the vacant UFC Featherweight title. Topuria has felt like he's done all that he can in that division, and he feels like he's cemented his legacy, and his body cannot make the weight anymore. So Topuria will be moving up to 155 pounds and will be vacating the featherweight title. So the way that this works is, as soon as the first punch is thrown in this fight, the title is vacated. And we will announce what Topuria's next fight will be when we get it done.
Oh my God, everyone. What in the hell just happened? UFC 312 was just leaked, or not leaked, but announced by Dana White, as you guys just heard. Ilia freaking Topuria is vacating the featherweight belt. Do you know what this means for us Volk fans, man? We don't get to see Alexander Volkanovski get brutally knocked out cold by Ilia Topuria, which he is fighting Diego Lopes, which potentially it might happen, but it's not as big of a chance as Ilia Topuria. But another thing that is very, very interesting, if you heard the Dana White clip at the start of the video, he said, we will announce the fight that Ilia Topuria will fight after or later on, which is something that the way he worded it is it's like he's not going to be fighting for the belt. I know a lot of people are excited of Ilia Topuria moving up and fighting Islam Makhachev. Also, Ilia Topuria cannot make the weight anymore on featherweight, which is I don't know if I believe it or not. Maybe that was an excuse for him to move up. I believe he wanted to hold that title. I think he wanted to hold that title, but the UFC didn't want to. Dana White didn't want to. So he was like, okay, either he wanted to move up no matter what, even if he didn't have, if he wasn't simultaneously the champion. But yeah, Ilia Topuria has vacated the 145 basically forever. He's potentially going to be fighting Poirier for his retirement fight, or Arman Tsarukyan or Oliveira. And now that I really think about it, maybe that's why Dana White wanted, wow, because now that I'm thinking about it, what if Dana White knew that Ilia Topuria was coming to 155, and that's why he maybe wanted to make the Arman Tsarukyan versus Ilia Topuria fight? What if he was holding on to that information for a while now? Now that I'm thinking about it, I really wouldn't be mad on a Arman Tsarukyan versus Ilia Topuria fight. I really wouldn't. But the thing with that is Islam Makhachev going to stay at 155? I think he will, if I'm being completely honest. I think he will. The thing with that is Oliveira going to be fighting against Islam Makhachev, since Michael Chandler, if it was also announced that he's going to be fighting Paddy Pimblett in UFC 312. Also, on UFC 315, Belal Muhammad is actually going to be facing Jack Della Maddalena. Shavkat Rakhmonov is out, injured, per Dana White. This is all Dana White. What the hell is happening, everyone? Ilia Topuria said he cemented his legacy already. What? On 145? No Diego Lopes fight? What is happening right now, man? Look, if I'm being completely honest, this is for the better. So, as a Volk fan, this is for the better. Volk has won. He can get this belt again against Diego Lopes. He can get it. This is a much higher probability. I am happy with this. This is the best possible outcome a Volk fan could had. I cannot believe he actually vacated the belt to have a chance on Islam Makhachev. Like, why does he want this Islam? This, don't get me wrong, this is a super fight, but to vacate that belt and saying that you can't make the weight, it's a little bit of a stretch. I'm not gonna lie to you, but at the end of the day, it's happening, and I cannot believe it. Okay, I cannot believe it. If Ilia Topuria fights Arman Tsarukyan, look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't believe, as of right now, I'm thinking it out of the fly. I don't believe he can beat Arman Tsarukyan right now. I'm just gonna say this right out of the bat. Ilia Topuria will not beat Arman Tsarukyan. I'm telling you right, Arman Tsarukyan is not gonna stand with him at all. If he has to fight a boring ass fight, he will fight a boring ass fight. If he has to do that, which I believe if that's the next matchup for Ilia Topuria to get his title shot against Islam Makhachev, he will have one of the most boring fights of all time, Arman Tsarukyan. And hey, I can't judge him. I mean, that Ilia Topuria literally hits like a truck. But man, I'm actually in shock. Volkanovski versus Lopes for the 145 UFC title. I literally, I can't believe I'm saying this right now. I literally cannot, and I'm happy, and I'm very, very happy if Alexander Volkanovski can get this win over Diego Lopes. That would be so freaking huge for his legacy, man. That would be absolutely beautiful for his legacy. Imagine if he beats Diego Lopes and then he beats Evloev. Oh my lord, that resume is gonna be looking freaking crispy. It's gonna be looking crispy, man. Also, the Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, as you guys can see, is gonna be in lightweight, a lightweight bout. There was like talks of Michael Chandler fighting freaking Arman Tsarukyan, and everybody was talking about this guy doesn't deserve it. But look, man, UFC 314. I mean, this thing is looking juicy as hell. We got Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes, Michael Chandler versus Paddy Pimblett, Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull. We got Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. I mean, holy. And we got Dominic Reyes versus Nikita Krylov. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. Thank the Lord we're getting absolute bangers of cards. I hope no one gets injured. I cannot believe we're getting these cards, and I'm so happy we're getting these cards because of the card in UFC 312, bro. That card was absolutely hideous. It was boring other than the main event, which wasn't that exciting, but at least it was, you know, it was a good scrap. It was a good fight. But man, when they announced that Dana White had an announcement at midnight or whatever, I just couldn't believe it. I just didn't think it was going to be this. Volkanovski versus Lopes fighting for the vacated featherweight freaking title. Why the hell is Ilia moving up so quickly, man? I cannot believe that. But hey, man. I mean, that's it. That's the news for today. I mean, I'm in shock a little bit. I really am in shock a little bit, but that's the news for tonight, boys. Make sure you leave a like, hit that sub button so you don't miss any more MMA content / MMA news. Just leave in the comment section what you think of Ilia Topuria moving up permanently, boys. He's moving up permanently. God damn. With that being said, I'll see everyone very, very soon. Goodbye.